Hey guys, Ebontis here with the Nightfall solo for the Fallen Saber Strike for July 19th, 2016. This is no cheese, straight up. Just used my Titan, used simmering flames, and obviously for the Warsat section, that's the most important part. So, I did use my Incendiary grenade. I was actually trying Thermite grenade for a little while, but the Incendiary seemed to prove a little more helpful. After many attempts, you'll see I had quite a few deaths, but the main key here is to try and catch them as soon as they spawn and they're coming over these hills. So these first two sections are probably the hardest. The rest I used a lot of rockets for. So you'll have about 4 or 5 Vandals that come, and they're in waves, and each one comes with basically their own captain. So you got to watch for the Vandals. If you've got anything that's got obviously high caliber rounds that will stagger them, if you've got something that has firefly, of course, if you hit a Vandal and you'll stagger the others, also beneficial. But the main thing is you want to basically learn when they spawn. So you got 15 on the timer. You got the next wave spawning, and you want to just keep firing. If you get tagged, you can only get tagged by one shot of a direct Vandal. A few shots will definitely kill you. Now, part of what I was doing on this strategy was actually using that blight over there as a little bit of cover because they can't fire through it. So I was killing that for a little while, but I actually decided to start leaving that because they can't fire through it. Last thing I was using was actually Invective. That was proving to be pretty effective. And use this Warsat as your cover. It's definitely going to help quite a bit. And Invective is great for those captains because they'll teleport up. If you can keep the Vandals in front of you, sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. I can't promise anything. If they go in their bubble and they're nearby, of course you can run in and pick them off. Now, the Wizards are probably your most important thing. Because they have an ability being taken that is a quick firing solar ability. And it hurts like crazy. I died so many times to that. So that was a miss. You're going to have pretty much Wizard, Captain. Actually got total wastes there. I did hurt them up there. And this is actually not, this is probably the scariest part because I died many times through here. So those little guys hurt. Keep throwing your grenades. Captain actually kind of walked into that one, so I was able to shotgun him. Trying to save some of my ammo and just keep throwing your grenades if you can do anything here. Kind of rough. It's just quick. So you've got captains coming. Keep using your Invective shotgun. Definitely a solar shotgun that fires fast like this one is going to be really helpful. Something like Conspiracy Theory is not the way you're going to want to go here. Now, after this section, I popped another heavy ammo synth, and farther back, not off to the right, but now straight behind, up in the top. You can see it over there in the left part of the screen. You're going to have some more spawns that come in the back, but they're slower. And they're a little more controlled. You're going to have a few wizards that come back there and maybe a couple other guys. So be careful, hang back in your cover, and let a couple of those captains and vandals come through. Now this one snuck by my rocket, but I got him with that. So now that I've got a pretty open sight back there, since that blight is gone, you want to look up top, listen for those spawns, and when they come, try and take them out as quick as you can. That's that little solar shot that I was talking about. Hurts pretty quick if it tags you, so jump behind cover of the Warsat if you need it. Tracking rockets, of course, making this at least somewhat viable. I am set up on Sunspot, so if I do get that kill. Final here, I'm getting down to about 90%, so I'm definitely not going to want to lose this one, so I'm going hammers. Definitely taking the wizard out. You got another wizard here. And finished him off with the final hammer. And I managed to do it, so now I got to defend the Warsat for just a little longer, and I'm good. Had 20 seconds left, so I just wanted to kill him and then do a little dance. So that is a full Warsat run, solar burn against Taken. I've gone in and out of this many times, and all I seem to get right now is Taken, so it is possible. It's not an easy one. Trust me, there were quite a few deaths here. I tried a little bit yesterday, tried again today, and seems like the Incendiary grenade has more of a blast circle, so when they bunch up, you can get a better chunk of them. And then also a lot of rockets for the wizards and the captains on that second phase, very beneficial. So consider both of those, and we will move on to the next section here. Now, the next section I did narrate over typically like I do, so that'll be pretty standard commentary. This one I had to go back and do the narration afterwards. So hopefully this one, again, this is helpful for you guys. If you need any, if you have any questions about the Warsat section, I might post that one up separately if you guys want it, just to see that one without the full Nightfall video. But otherwise, just be patient in there, try the grenades, use that Warsat as cover, and then we'll move on to the next section. So you want to make sure you got just about everything reloaded. Rockets you'll save till later. I am probably going to try and move a little bit of stuff around here real quick, so just give me a second. What I want is black spindle. It's just a stronger sniper rifle. It's going to hit harder. You just need to step out. You'll get everything to appear. Save your grenades. Now one thing you can do, what I was doing earlier, I was on simmering flames. It's nice to get those quicker, but if they're felled by your fire, they regenerate health. That one's going to be more beneficial later on. So if you switch to that one, simmering flames, in the beginning, very crucial just so you can actually survive that section. Now rockets are optional here. Potentially do this in a couple ways. If you can get a good grenade throw in the back, you might be able to get most of them back there. Again, just use this door to your safety. You're looking for kind of that point where it opens and closes. And again, if you got guys jumping around in the middle, just chunk your grenade. You'll clear most of them. And if you're taking too many shots, just pull back. Now, if you want to clean house really quickly, rockets will do a lot of great things right here. Again, wait for that shield to go down. Clean out half the room. Now, the one thing you definitely want to make sure you clear out quickly is the wizard that pops up. You want to make sure you're reloaded. You got heavy up there, so no harm in using it. That's the wizard. You want that wizard down because they have an ability to fire void or solar shots very quickly, much faster than their typical arc shots the wizards do, and that one is really painful when it comes to solar burn. Figure that one out the hard way. Probably already talked about this, but I did not do my voiceover during the Warsat section just because I was trying it so many times. I'm going to do that voiceover afterwards, so if I repeated anything between here and there, I apologize. Just was kind of working through it, and I actually had the run where I got through. Alright, coolant vents exposed. Now you'll have a couple thralls, maybe one or two. They're not that big of a deal. They are solar, so you want to watch out for them. You don't want to die from those. Grab your ammo. And the nice thing about catapult, if you miss this throw, you get a couple chances to do it. But you want a grenade that actually bounces. So the incendiary grenade continues to be a pretty useful one for that. Sometimes it takes 2 throws, a little perfect bounce sometimes. There you go. Now you're going to have a couple sniper shanks that come out of here. You want to watch out for those.
Ooh, okay. Wow. He is.
They're not too bad. They only take a single shot from a scout rifle, so not too much to worry about there.
He just threatened us with orbital death from above. Let's get moving.
Yeah, we just got threatened with orbital death from above. This section's not too bad. It's not arc burn. The Shanks aren't too bad. And if you're in here as a Titan, I will say you've got a decent advantage just because you can kind of skate and it saves you some speed. The arc hurts. Obviously, you don't want to get hit by it if you can help it, but
if we are ever to reach a second goal, it will be with Rasputin at our side.
you have to be pretty much dead center not to get tagged by the arc burn. Having some issues getting my health back here. It's like for full safety you need middle and then side, middle and then side. If you try and run between the middle, you don't have enough time to make it. Now, what you're going to want to do is wait for that arc to appear, so be in range of this, and as soon as it appears, you want to pull it. So, kind of count it down, 3, 2, 1, pull it right about now, and you want to follow this arc down. And again, skate the ceiling, double jump, keep flying as fast as you can, and then as soon as you turn around, those exploder shanks can take themselves out, which is nice, and then just make sure you clear out anything in the room. But you want to move pretty quickly through there so you're not caught by any of those exploder shanks. Now the next room gets a bit tricky. You got a couple things that can throw you off, but this is still not a checkpoint, so you got to make sure. I know, because I learned that the hard way. See that engram right there? Yep, I definitely had killed most of this and had to start all the way over at the previous rooms. So, not what I would call a lot of fun there. Grenades are going to be helpful, so just keep throwing those. You're going to have those tortured scions, of course. Now here's the point where simmering flames is going to be a little more beneficial, but also maybe time just to clean house. Come on, really? Alright, well, kinda wasted that. It's all those little wizard guys that got in my way, honestly, more than anything. Took all my hammer shots. Got a lot of ammo out there, at least. Keep throwing grenades, you're going to have a few of them for a little while. Scions will eventually come to you and stop splitting. Then you're going to have a few vandals out here, so watch for those. And again, just use the door and grenades to your favor. You want to check where these guys are actually coming from. Sunspots are nice for these guys. They definitely cook them pretty quickly. And again, watch and see if you get contact on those shots over there. Now somewhere there's a wizard. Don't do a rocket too quickly, but find this wizard if you can quickly. Oh, he's up there. Yeah, definitely be careful. Gonna have a lot of these guys coming down. Now, again, tons of ammo floating around. I don't know how the wizard's doing. It's got a yellow bar, so probably needs another shot or two. Alright, so that should pretty well finish that one off. If you want to go through, run through here, clean out everything, all these bombs, so you can pick up all the ammo that's around. Alright, so I'm good on sniper ammo. Could use some heavy, but I've got a couple up here. And we're getting close to the last section, guys. So this part's not too bad. Really, just got a little room of enemies and then the boss. So probably going to have quite a few attempts on the boss trying to figure it out. The first part is the solar part, so that one's definitely going to be the worst. See how many of those guys I can clear out in one fell swoop. Now, I don't know what gun I'm actually going to run with when it comes to the boss. There's the captain. That was a pretty good chunk, but he's not dead yet. So watch for him. He's typically hiding behind a corner. If you want to get him, he's probably right over there. And not too bad. You'll have a few grenades around, blights and things, but if you want to pick up ammo, just run through the top. A little shadow touched up there, but just keep running. If you're missing a ghost, it's in one of these two. I think it's the second one, but you can check in there or in there, but I honestly think it's the first one. And we're on the boss room, so now the fun part is getting through the solar section and then probably the snipers on the end, so we'll have to see how this goes. Probably going to be using a fair amount of rockets, I would guess. A sniper might be useful for damage on the boss because it's going to hit pretty hard. So you're going to have these guys that come out. And if you can take them out quickly, of course, Black Spindle being very effective at hitting hard. Now the boss will be coming. Now what you want to do to play this safe is basically you got to figure out how to hide with these boxes, and it's mainly this one right here. You can duck down and be out of line of sight of the boss and then kind of play back and forth with what you got.
That Shank's been modified to crack his system.
Main thing is you need to stay out of line of sight of that top cannon. As long as you're out of sight and it doesn't charge up, then you're going to be okay. And if you get some damage on the boss, switch and move around here and make sure you're checking for these turret shanks. They're not too bad. Well, there's a few that are going to hang around on the sides, so watch for those. You'll have a couple that come from different angles. They don't hit too hard. They're nothing really too bad. The boss, on the other hand, he will definitely hit hard. And if you come over here, you'll probably push him back. Now, used to, he wouldn't come up here with me. If you can get some damage on him, you might push him back down the ramp. If you come over here, you'll typically actually move him around the side, because he can't get an angle on you. He typically will not come up behind me, and that's the point. So yeah, you can move him around this box and keep working. So you'll have a couple Shanks, as I said, that come up here, but as you move around, he will also. Summons reinforcements, so just keep watching for the Shanks. They're not anything too bad to worry about. But if you're on this side of the box, he will eventually rotate around. You just gotta watch for the Shanks. He seems to be hanging over here. But hey, if I can keep throwing catapult grenades at him, I'll definitely take it. When he goes to the next phase, you want to run to the other side. So again, just keep crouched behind this box, sorry, before I botch this thing. And the main thing is again, that turret. You'll see it charge up if I'm actually in sight. And if that actually happens, you want to make sure and hide. He can't get around this box, so you are safe over here. Got reinforcements coming. Come up kind of all over. And just keep an eye out for him. And again, it's kind of where you show yourself is where he's going to go. So if I hang over here, he's going to creep around. If I hang over here, he's going to come up the ramp. You can kind of play games with him, actually, if you want to. And honestly, for saving ammo and conserving for things like that, just keep chunking your grenades. They're going to come up pretty quickly. I'm not even using simmering flames at this point, so... He's got reinforcements coming. Watch for those. The Shanks are coming. The Shanks you're going to want to worry about, I think, are going to be the sniper ones in the final phase. They're not too bad, I don't think, but if they're going to hit hard enough, they could be a bit of an issue, if I remember right. This guy tends to hang right down here and won't jump up to your level. But yeah, a lot of this you can hang right around this box and just play party and just play position with him, and you'll be fine. And again, when he gets down to a third, which you can push him that way if you really want to. Alright, he switched. You want to get out of here. You want to run across. Try and grab any ammo, and then we'll get to the other side and play the next section. These things are going to come up, and he's going to kind of do his rotation back and forth. Now, on this phase, you're going to have exploder Shanks, so you want to watch out for those. Listen for them. They're going to come from lots of angles, so it's important to listen for them. Some of these guys will come up. You want to watch that lightning behind you that I just got hit by. And again, saving ammo. Watch him. He will not come up here typically. Don't you join me right now, please. Sorry, I gotta make sure he doesn't join. Yes, that's Nightfall. Doing a solo on it. Apologize, but yep, solo run. And again, now his crit spot, if you want a good shot on him, is right actually in his windshield, and you can actually stagger him sometimes. Apparently you can still fire, but... Now you got more reinforcements coming. Nice thing about these guys, if you get a few of them together, you'll get them to kill each other. Watch that wall behind you, and also if you hear that little clicking, you'll have a couple coming up your direction from behind, so you want to make sure you don't get tagged by them. Now, as I said, he typically won't come up here. I'm not saying he won't ever come up here, but he typically won't. Now, I've got him pretty close down to a third on health. What I want to do is honestly make sure my sniper rifle is full, because I'm probably going to want that on the times I'm going for him. I'm definitely going to use my hammer. Now I've got one behind me here. If you really need to play position, you can. probably about to send him into his next phase, which I did. Alright, so now you're going to have Sniper Shanks, and you're going to want to kill those quick, and he's also going to chase you pretty constantly, so you need to stay on the move. Now, it is solar burn. These Sniper Shanks are probably going to be the ones that hurt me the most. They are arcs, they're not going to be too bad. I'm using this to try and get my health back. You definitely want to stay away from him, his front section. It's going to be a bit painful if that gets you. And honestly, if you got to use rockets for these, go for it. It's probably going to be okay. Keep your cover. You can put a rocket between there, it might actually work. Maybe not. Alright, you definitely got to stay away from his front nose, though. That's important. That will hurt quite a bit. It's kind of a pulse that he'll do. Again, keep strafing. You want to be on the move against him. That's the important thing. Watch this hole in the middle. You can definitely fall into it, so make sure you're skating over it. And I'm going to go for some sniper shots here. He's pretty exposed in this crit spot here in the middle, so you can get a lot of damage on him. When he comes right at you, it's usually pretty easy to do that. And if I can just go for a finishing move here. Now, I'm risking a lot here. Going rockets on this side. Definitely need to hit these two Sniper Shanks. There's some heavy ammo over there, but I can't really get to it. Make sure I get this Sniper Shank. Nice shot. In the air, you will do more. And now's your best chance to go for a final finishing move. He's going to come up the ramp to you. And we're done. That is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't done Saber Strike without primary and heavy. Yeah, I haven't done a Saber Strike without small arms in quite a long time because I typically use bad juju, but solar burn kind of worked with catapult. So hope this was helpful for you guys if you want to try it. Otherwise, hopefully you just enjoyed watching it. May have been the case. Likes on this video are appreciated, of course. Subscribe below to see more of my content. Not below, but check out my main channel. Subscribe there and I'll keep the content coming your way. And get ready for the stream, guys. We've got about an hour and 40 minutes before that thing goes when I finish this one up, so I'll get this video up as I'm waiting for that one. There were quite a few deaths in the beginning, but, you know, perseverance actually paid off, so I'm going to put this one together for you. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.